Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, howdy folks, and welcome to postseason baseball here with the Boston Red Sox. We got those motherfucking Yankees, man. Oh boy, it's Carlos Rodon, it's Garrett Crochet in Game 1, Alcantara, Max Fried Game 2, Montgomery, Clark Schmidt Game 3, and who the hell knows. As always, we like to go over the opposing team, kind of break down their roster, break down their lineup. We're going to jump into Game 1. This is how the playoffs are going to go. And we'll play Game 1 of every series we're in. For the remainder of the series, we will be picking one. It's a little bit different than it did last year. We will be picking one player and player locking. If we get to a winner-take-all game at the end, either a Game 5 in the DS or Game 7 in the CS and World Series. Wild card round, we're just going to play the first game and then kind of let it roll. Then we will re-jump in and play that game. How we did it last year was I would play Game 1 of the series and then I would just not simulate, but I would have computer versus computer for the rest of the games, which was fun. I think added some moments and some cool stuff. But at the same time, I think it ended up making like the postseason as long, if not longer, than the regular season at times. It also was long to do, and I would go like a week or two recording the postseason and not really playing games, and that's what I really want to do is play the game. So that's going to be the format of the series. For the Yankees, we'll be playing Game 1 as the team. Then we will be taking on with Rafael Devers, the only member of the team left from that 2018 World Series team. We'll be jumping in Devers, and then we will switch it up every single time. Try to get a different player's perspective through. We also will be like kind of showing how the game unfolds. So we'll still maybe have some of those moments, just won't be as key. Maybe I've still yet to decide whether we're gonna like jump in if it's like 4-4 in like the 8th inning. Do we jump in and play the rest? Maybe not. But we'll kind of see how I want to ride it with that. Anyway, here how the Yankees are aligned. It's Jazz Chisholm against right-handed pitchers. Jazz Chisholm, Anthony Volpe, Aaron Judge, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Jason Dominguez, Giancarlo Stanton, Austin Wells, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Spencer Jones. Breaking this down, and we'll also check their injury report because I don't see a Cody Bellinger. I don't know if he's still under contract or whatever, but we'll kind of break it down. Chisholm this past year only played 95 games, 10 home runs, OPSing 735. Hasn't really let the world on fire since his 2022 year, but still a guy with good power against righties, good fielding, good speed, kind of all-around guy. And for our Rockies fans, you know how well he does in the playoffs. Volpe, more of just a fielder and speed guy. He can swing it a little bit. Did have 33 doubles, 17 home runs, but did OPS just 700. Is prone to striking out. We'll have to take advantage of that. Aaron Judge, I don't want to pitch to even a little bit. 46 home runs this year, kind of tapered off towards the end here, but still finished with OPS over 1,000 for the 6th straight season and 7th overall in his career. Never had an OPS under 890, and that was the COVID year. Every full year he's played, and like a full year he's OPS'd over like 900 and mostly 1,000. Like, just absolutely incredible. Walks a shit ton. He is prone to striking out, but there really isn't a hole in his game other than maybe some strikeouts. But even that, like, look at these stats. It's just nuts how good he is. They got Vladdy, who has did pick it up. Really, stats that looked like this to begin, but then 35 home runs, 37 doubles in the Bronx. Again, we started this franchise at the beginning of the game cycle. That was before he signed his mega extension in real life. But a 930 OPS, we have to get these guys out. We don't want to have Judge up and Vladdy up with men on base. That's how we're going to die. Solo home runs, sure, I don't want them. If they happen, fine. But we can't have guys teeing off on us with runners on base. Jason Dominguez has had a real nice career, already up, what is this, like 60 home runs in his first 2 full seasons playing, 20 doubles each year, stealing a good amount of bases, striking out a good amount, but really cut that down this year. but did play in like 20 less games. Dominguez, especially against righties, is a problem as well. This is a guy that we like to throw lefties at. Stanton, I am worried about. Did play every single game this year. Hit 40 home runs. His best year in pinstripes by far, other than probably his first season there. But still only OPS 743, which is nuts. Just didn't get on base and only hit home runs. And I don't know how you hit 40 home runs and still in OPS under 750, just a straight anomaly. Strikes out a shit ton. That's what we're going to try to do with him. Very hit or miss, but when he hits, oh boy, is it a hit. Austin Wells, one of the better offensive catchers this year, only OPS 644. Hasn't really replicated what he does in real life, but still a guy that can give you some pop. Paulo Cabrera, more of a fielding and better against righties. And then Spencer Jones, better against righties as well as a center fielder. And so it's really this group of four here. Got to get these guys out. Got to get these guys out. If we can minimize those guys' damage, this group of four doesn't scare me really as much. Swallow Peraza, not really going to be much of a guy. Kyle McCann really is just Austin Wells, but worse. Everson Pereira, we're going to trade him for Mike Trout, sure. And then Ben Rice, the first baseman backup catcher from Hassett, Massachusetts. Shout out Massachusetts. Against lefties, it's much the same except for Dominguez comes out, Pereira comes in, Peraza comes in, Spencer Jones also out, and they kind of jumble up the bottom of the lineup a little bit more. We will be facing this left lineup first with Crochet going. Now let's check on the pitchers for the Yankees and what they're doing. This is how it is aligned for the Yankees. And in real life, usually a team only puts a 3-4 man rotation. We are going with a 4-man rotation. But Carlos Rodon will be the ace to begin things up. Had a 4.30 ERA. I guess I'm not scared of him. Max Fried, I definitely am more worried about 4.53 ERA though this year. Clark Schmidt, I mean, this Rafael Devers personal batting practice thrower has had the best year of the guys we've checked on so far, and Luis Gil, the best year for the Yankees so far. Garrett Cole, injured a bit, coming back from Tommy John. His ratings are going down, but he was solid, 140 innings, 101 strikeouts, 2.37 ERA. But we also see these ratings going down as he does hit 35. Arnel Blanco came in, and he was solid for the Yankees, gave them some length in the bullpen, gave them some starts. Marcus Stroman, bad. Clayton Beeter hasn't pitched this year, but is one of the higher-rated players on the roster, so he will be jumping up and being in the rotation. Ian Hamilton, the first true reliever we've seen. He was excellent this year. Hit pitch over 100 innings out of the bullpen. Jake Cousins, bad. Would like to see Jake Cousins. Trevor Stephan, who came over from Cleveland and signed a nice little contract. He was pretty solid. He threw almost 100 innings. Zach Jackson, coming over from the Athletics. He was okay in 59 innings this year. Fernando Cruz, he's pretty filthy. Had 54 saves. He is their closer. So without further ado, let's get rocking. First game, playoff game in Fenway of the series. Can't get much better than that, baby. Sox in 3. Red Sox, Yankees in the playoffs. Is there anything better than that? Welcome in, folks. The first playoff game of the series. We broke down how the series in these videos are going to work. So here is game number 1. Sox, Yankees. We got Garrett Crochet going. They got Carlos Rodon going. 2 expensive lefties in Fenway Park. Again, nothing sweeter than beating the Yankees in the playoffs, but also nothing more devastating than losing to those fuckers in the playoffs. This should be a very, very fun series, a very good series, and I cannot wait to show every single moment of it here. We ended up overtaking the Yankees and the Orioles, for that matter, and getting the American League East crown. We were looking for third wildcard spot. We ended up as the champions of our division with a super strong September and August, and we were playing our best baseball of the entire series, our consistently the best baseball of the entire series. And what better time than to have your best stuff than the playoffs? Postseason, the ALDS starts now. Garrett Crochet, no other man I'd rather have the ball. Second in Cy Young voting, 199 strikeouts, 179 innings, 14 wins, $36 million a year, our ace. And it faces off against Jazz Chisholm. See you later. Fastball inside. Chisholm cannot catch up to it. Next batter up is Anthony Volpe. And Derek Jeter, who? Swing and a miss. Strikeouts. And 2 up, 2 down, both via the strikeout for Garrett Crochet. Aaron Judge, 2-1 count. Popped up to Roman Anthony. 1, 2, 3. Go the Bronx Bombers. And the Boston Red Sox ready to bat here in front of a Fenway frenzy. First playoff ball in Fenway Park in 5 years since their ALCS run in 2021. And it is going to be Carlos Rodon, who was given a bag by the Yankees a couple years ago and has not lived up to it. He's been injured, been hurt, been bad. All the things Carlos Rodon can be, but good he has been. And he is looking to basically take that perception of the contract and throw it away. He can have a really good start here and a really good postseason run for the Yankees. Does strike out Duran. Later on, Devers, the 11th pitch of the inning, puts it through the shift right in that new up the middle that the shift offers. And he goes singling for his first hit of the postseason. Tristan Casas next up. He chops this one. Slow chopper. Chisholm picks it up. Takes a second. Thinks he has more time. But even with Tristan Casas' speed being that slow, had no sense of urgency. And watch this. He makes a nice play reaching down. He has to turn and throw. He takes like 3 steps to decelerate, then nonchalantly throws. He needs a little bit more urgency there, especially here in the playoffs. Rodolfo Castro with 90 power against lefties pops it up. He actually missed like a wall ball double by like a foot by the foul line, if that, earlier. But we will settle with no runs, even though we have been getting to Rodon 2 base runners. Vlad Guerrero, his first year with the Yankees, 35 home runs. He was excellent, and he gets a single. I think won the batting title, or was second in batting race, if I'm not mistaken, to Aaron Judge. But he picks up a base hit in the postseason for the Yankees. Oswaldo Cabrera over to Bregman. Bregman over to Casas, and that will do it. So 1 hit, 1 base runner for the Yankees, and they go down pretty easily. First at bat of the bottom of the second inning, Connor Wong, a really good year, especially for a catcher. You'll take those offensive numbers and then some. He ropes a double, picks up the fastball. When Wong gets that pitch, it seems like he's just catching the ball with the barrel of the bat, something that Barry Bonds said that he did. That is what made him a good hitter, not the mountain of steroids he pumped into his body. He was a fantastic player, but I think it's a little bit more help than just catching the ball with the bat, Barry. I don't know. Either way, we have a runner on second base. Roman Anthony gets a hold of this one high and deep. Anthony is not going to get that first postseason home run. Aaron Judge tracks it down right in front of the short porch there well, not the short porch as in length, but the height of the actual fence. Either way, no runs for us. Everson Pereira, with the savior of the Yankees franchise. They've had 6 of them. Singles past a diving Brennan Donovan. And he is banged up a bit. And he will have to come out of this game. Looks like both hands on his back, trying to get through some stiffness. Looks like just a couple days rest for Brendan Donovan. Hopefully he's back tomorrow, but he will have to come out of this game, and we are going to ask Marcelo Meyer to do the darn thing. Actually had a large raise in terms of hitting lefties this year, and that will help set him up for the rest of his career and kind of takes him out of platoon territory in the future, which sometimes Marcelo Meyer develops there. We're showing this ground out because it's important. Slow chopper, so you couldn't turn the double play. What happens the very next pitch? Well, Jazz Chisholm gets a fastball that Rodolfo Castro can't get to, and now with speed at second base instead of first, this turns into an RBI single instead of corners for Jazz Chisholm. So they score the first run of the ball game. I'm not very happy about it, but I'm not very happy about most things. It is what it is. Aaron Judge later on with now Chisholm on second base, I think after a pass or a wild pitch, and that gets a run in. So it could have been, again, runners on the corners. Judge ropes a single, or a double in this case, and I think it was a single. Either way, hit it hard, scored a run. Now we're down 2-0 to these fucks. And then Vlad Guerrero, he draws a walk. So things getting to Garrett Crochet here. You see here a very tough inning, 23 pitches thrown, already up to 53. And we're going to calm him down a bit. Yo, Garrett, chill out. You're the best pitcher in baseball. Let's just go get this batter. And what happened to Giancarlo Stanton? Well, he got 1 strike, 2 strike, and here's 3 strikes. Fire me up. Garrett Crochet getting through adversity. He battles with Stanton and wins. Duran Bregman Devers coming up. Pick things up in the top of the 4th inning. Crochet with a runner on third. Oswald Peraza? All the guys? Oswald Peraza? I could get Oswaldo Cabrera. Oswald? His name is Oswald? Yeah, fuck this. Down by 4 now. Garrett Crochet not having the Fenway playoff debut you would want. Jazz Chisholm lights him up for a double into the gap that Ceddanne Rafaela gets to. But, yeah, not the start, not the appearance you wanted from your ace to start off your postseason run. We're not dead in the water, but oh boy, finally gets out of the inning. It was Volpe or bust, because I don't think I would have had him face Judge again. And Peraza, he makes this a 4-0 affair as we head to the middle of we're in the middle of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here shortly. Christian Casas, 1-for-1 against lefties. Not really great against lefties, but he does rope a single. Almost takes the head off. 116 off the bat. Absolutely cranked. What a shot. And then Rodolfo Castro. We have him in the lineup because he does this to lefties. Home run into the monster seats. Rodolfo Castro. When we signed him, you thought he would have a clutch postseason moment. I know you did. I know I did. And here it is. Big bomb by Rodolfo Castro. And gets his momentum back, especially after the inning we just saw, inning we just endured with that home run. Getting that home run here is important, I think. With 2 outs, Ceddanne Rafaela, he gets plumped.
That hit him. He's got first.
And that is a runner on first base. Now make a runner on second base. He picks the perfect time to swipe second base. Is Roman Anthony up, trying to tie this ball game, or even tie this ball game, cut the lead down, whatever it may be. And stealing second base is important because next pitch, Anthony into center field. This will bring home Rafaela. Throw comes in, but to second base as Roman Anthony helps us get a little bit closer. His first postseason hit is a big one. Anthony, we're going to try to lock him upcoming very, very, very soon, and love to see that he's performing here in the playoffs. Jarren Duran, he comes up, batting 0 so far. This is flicked out to left field, but wait, that's Giancarlo Stanton out there. They're not DHing him. What's wrong with these guys? He goes flailing against the wall like a fucking madman, and Duran gets a double. Why the hell do they have Stan out there? Like, who are they DHing, and why can't they play left field? I'd rather Aaron Boone play left field if I was Aaron Boone. Good golly, that basically gave us a run. That's an out any other fielder. Now that gives us a second run, because now that puts Durant on second base. He's going to get in there ahead of the throw. Alex Bregman comes through. Just asinine that, A, I just realized that that's Stanton out there in left field, but B, why would you put Stanton on? This game needs help. But, all right, I'll take it. 5-run inning for the Red Sox, and our percent chance of winning catapults up. Devers on the fastball, but just doesn't get good contact. Vladdy's there playing peekaboo with the umpire. But, oh my God, here we go. It is on like Donkey Kong. Don't like the new Donkey Kong, but who asked? You didn't. With now our newfound lead in hope for Garrett Crochet. Yeah, I should have pulled him. But this one about 4 inches from being a tie ball game. Now all of a sudden it's just a runner on first base. Absolutely smoked. And we're going to ask Crochet, get us 5. He gets us 5. Strikes out Austin Wells. And Crochet, we're pushing our ace to the limit. And even though he does not have his best stuff, he's still giving us a pretty good performance. And again, as we enter the 5th or exit the 5th inning, it's probably his day. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Garrett Whitlock, we're going to ask to give us a couple innings, and they didn't really do too well. Runner on first base, gives up a double to Oswald This motherfucker, dude. Oswald Ozcobb. All right, the Penguin gets a double, and then a slow roller by Jazz Chisholm, unfortunately, just in the right spot to score a run. And this game is tied up 5-5. Anthony Volpe 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts, thanking God, Allah, whatever the Hindu gods are. He's thanking them, Buddha, but doesn't have to face Crochet again with 3 strikeouts, but does fly out to end it. Marcelo Meyer single up the middle, and we have a base runner here to begin the 6th inning. It's Ian Hamilton in the ball game now, so the lefty is gone, and Marcelo immediately gets a base hit. Brings up Ceddanne Rafaela. Probably going to ask him to bunt the runner over. And that's exactly what we're going to have him do. A really good bunt. And that is a beautifully placed sacrifice as Rafaela moves the runner up and sets the table for Roman Anthony. Already an RBI here earlier to help us get our 3rd run. Now a half-hearted swing, very, very late. Put the ball in play. Good things will happen down the line. RBI double for Roman Anthony. The Empire starts now. Fire me up. The kids are ready. A run generated by our young talent here, Anthony. Fire me up. Alex Bregman, 3-2 count, 2 outs, and that will be it. But Roman Anthony coming up clutch today in Game 1. 2 RBI, none bigger than this double right down the line. Real late on the sinker, just puts a swing on it, and that is down the line, fair, and we take the lead. Michael Kopech, we're going to ask him to come in. He's probably been our best relief pitcher from the start of the year to the end of the year. And we saw him in that Cleveland game, ask him to hunker shit down. His numbers got better from there. Aaron Judge, see ya. Thanks for playing. All sit. Yeah, go down. Vlad Guerrero, 0-2 count. That's cute. You think you're going to get a hit? That's also cute. Bayou, slider. Don't even think about it. You're down. Giancarlo Stanton did get a hit. Austin Wells, I just don't like you very much. Cutter. Bye. Slider, cutter. Gets 3 big hitters out, and Michael Kopech, biggest balls on the team. Justin Sling, we brought him in for the bottom of the lineup. Everson Pereira, Oswald Peraza. Need the big guns for Oswald Peraza. We did not want him facing Judge with how much he has struggled. We also didn't want to kind of push Kopech as we're probably going to need him every day this series if possible. So we thought that was a good pocket to throw Slayton in. Ceddanne Rafaela, he is going to skip one past shortstop there. Volpe just olated a bit, and that will be a double for Ceddanne Rafaela. Can Roman Anthony be the hero and bring in another run? He's going to get hit. They're not even going to give him the chance to, so I'll take it. Roman Anthony, he moves over to first base. Jarren Duran, 1 for 4 with a double today. Can he add on to this lead and really distance ourselves from the Yankees? Well, he swings at that terrible pitch, but ball gets away, passed ball on Austin Wells, and both runners move up. So now really Duran in a spot to strike. It's 0-2 count. Fastball, he gets good wood on, but tracked down by the corpse of Giancarlo Stanton. Again, still playing the outfield. Why do they do that, man? Dirty like that. It's just mean. That's mean-spirited. And Jose Leclerc we're going to ask to come shut things down. The former closer for the Texas Rangers. And he's had a pretty solid year with us, a 4.20 ERA, again, with the relievers being as volatile as they are. I'll take that. Better more often than not. Jazz Chisholm, 1 and gone. Fly out to center field. Next batter, it is Volpe. Not a strikeout, but still not good. He is gone. And Aaron Judge. Fly out, set right field. Roman Anthony ranges over, and he is there to make the catch. Roman Anthony puts it away. Red Sox win game number 1 of this series. Needed it. Needed a big win. Can't be losing to these guys at all in the postseason. I'd love a sweep. I'd love to win every single game we play. Truth be told, don't know if that's a controversial opinion. But every game this team plays, I want them to win, especially the ones that we show on video. I want them to win. Carlos Rondon's day's done after 4 1/3, 5 earned, 7 Ks. Crochet, very similar stat line there. Few earned as well over 5 innings and 6 Ks. Red Sox pick up the win. Most important stat here, especially in the postseason. A win, I will take it. Clark gets the save. Hamilton gets the loss. Whitlock, who probably pitched the worst of everybody, he gets the win. And like we said, we'll be following a player for the rest of the series unless we get to a Game 5 in which we will play that. And Rafael Devers is who we are going to play. Our last remaining member of the 2018 World Series team. One of, 2 or 3 guys who played for the Red Sox in 2021? I know Houck was up there. I don't know if Duran. I think Duran made his debut that year, but didn't make the postseason with the Red Sox. But either way, we are going to go with our guy, Rafi Devers. So every time we need a big player lock series, it's Devers who we choose to do it with. And Sandy Alcantara is going to get the ball for the first time in the playoffs. I think his whole career. I lied. He might have been. He's definitely on that 2020 team when Miami beat Chicago, but not sure what his stats were back then before he really broke out. But here we go, Alcantara. That's why we traded for him, to have that second ace. We thought the pitching staff was good, but we wanted to make sure it was great. And he's a guy that can make this pitching staff great. So let us see what we got. It is Sandy Alcantara, 3.86 ERA this year, 188 pitches, 100 innings pitched, 171 strikeouts. Didn't walk a whole bunch of guys. We saw what he did against Seattle early on. And so far, gives the walk, but Judge caught stealing. And here comes Rafael Devers. Now, we will be showing every pitch here. I think it's important. Kind of lengthens the video out a little bit. But also, it's the playoffs. Every pitch is important. First pitch fastball swung on and fouled back. Our on first base is Duran. I can't call him to steal here when in player lock. Devers finally on the fastball. You see that good timing, but just flipped right behind second base for the second out of the inning. Let's see what the rest of the lineup can do. Can Casas do anything here? Single, ground out, we score no runs. 1-2-3 inning for Sandy, 1-2-3 inning for Fried. Alcantara, another 1-2-3 inning. And here we go. Now we got 2 on, 1 down for Rafael Devers. 31 pitches for Max Fried so far. Trying to make his first Yankee start not a memorable one, or a memorable one for all the wrong reasons. Starts off with a dotted fastball outside corner. Devers not great against Fried. 1 for 8 in his career with a few punch-outs. And watch the circle change. That one broke back over the plate late. Devers trying to be patient and not just flail at every pitch he sees, but now kind of in the hole and tied up with the fastball. Kind of came right at him, a defensive swing, and not a great showing so far for Devers. Nasty pitch by Fried, just up and in. Devers misses it, and hopefully someone can pick him up, and costs us a 3-run home run. Puts us in the lead. First hit of the day comes from Judge in the 4th. Alcantara working strong here. And a walk, single, pitching change. Devers back up against Kirk Cousins' cousin, Jake Cousins. I have cousins. You have cousins. Who is your favorite cousin? Let me know in the comment section below. And first pitch, he's going to hold up. Thought about it. Jake Cousins is a 3-pitch mix. Sinker, fastball, and slider. Devers 0 for 2. Really needs to come through here. Ropes a fastball. Was on it there. Devers does have the dead red cork, which helps him hit against fastballs, which is appreciated since I personally struggle with the velocity. Sinker outside, no wave by Devers. Now in a real good count, looking for something over the middle. Has to kind of throw him a strike here. And he does. Sinker. This is going to be a double play. Devers won't get the RBI, but the run will score and puts us up 4-0. I will take that every day of the week. Would have liked not a double play here, maybe a fly ball or a more competitive ground out. We score the run at that point. That's our currency right now. Trying to get runs. We'll take 2 outs for a run at this point. Chisholm with a single, but then a couple strikeouts for Alcantara. And this is where it gets a little dicey. 2-run home run, solo home run. Brock Burke keeps things at a 1-run game. But it did get a little dicey there in the 7th for Sandy as he was winding down. And no bueno. Devers 0 for 3. His 4th hacks added against Ian Hamilton, who also a 3-pitch mix guy. And fastball is high, just a tinge outside, but swung and missed anyway. Well, tapped it foul. Slider outside. Devers waits on it. Runner at first base is Duran again. Maybe you'd like to see him try to take second base. Devers, that's the pitch. That is the pitch. He timed it up perfect. Why is that not in Maine right now? That's my question. And then outside, 2-2 runs the count. Devers has been patient, not swinging at too many bad pitches. And the ones he is fouling them off, staying alive. You'd like to see that from Devers. Just looking for that first postseason home run, looking for that first real big hit from him. And with Duran off on 2-2, slider is hit well, but right at Jazz Chisholm for what seems like the 30th time this series, and Devers goes down. So Judge, Guerrero, and company trying to add on. And 1-2-3 inning in the 8th. We get a walk, but nothing to show for it. Justin Slayton gives us a solo home run, walks a batter, gives up a stolen base. Then Kopech comes in. 3-run home run. Single walk, triple. Devers against Trevor Stephan. Here it is. 1 out with a runner on third base. Devers trying to get that big hit, get that big run in. Can he do it? First pitch, oof. That should have been gone. Worst case, that was a deep fly ball that tied this ball game. Devers just swings a little bit out of sync right now. Watches the slider away. Uncompetitive pitch. Fenway looking to erupt with either a walk-off home run or a big hit, sac fly, something to drive this tying run in. Infield is in. Another fastball that Devers just behind on. Now batting 125 for the series. Does what the fastball go up? I've been prone to swing at that in the past. Pause there, just because probably my heart was beating out of my chest. 2-2 count. Devers spits on it. Splitter outside. A walk here would set up Tristan Casas, who's had a home run, couple singles, 3 RBI. And 3-2. Devers on the ground. This is a base hit. Ties this ball game up in the 9th. And that's exactly what we needed from Devers. Right place, right time. And Devers ties this one up. Great view here. Right past Chisholm. And the infield in. Devers strikes. And let's see. Casas asking him to stay out of the play. Just keep this inning alive. He very much could end it here as well. 3 for 4 today. Ball in the dirt. Devers is going to stay put. I also haven't seen that be beneficial unless you have 1,000 speed. I was trying here to either jump into the game or do something to kind of see if I can see the game a little bit better. But we're just going to stick with the player lock here. Devers 1-2 count against Casas, and Casas goes down looking. First strikeout for Trevor Stephan brings up Rodolfo Castro, who's not great against righties. He will bat and flares it to Volpe at short, and Volpe puts it away. So, 7 runs apiece for each team. Devers coming through here in the 9th inning. Kopech gives up 2 walks, sacrifice fly. Zach Kelly gives up the single, and nothing we can do. Ceddanne Rafaela, the home run. Roman Anthony strikes out to end the game. So a very back and forth game, a very intense game, but unfortunately not enough to pick up the win, and the Yankees split the series 1-1. Now they go to the Bronx for 2 games, some home field advantage for them. Not feeling the best about that. I'll say that right now with my whole chest. But Yankees score 6 in the 9th and 10th. We score 4. Not enough. Sandy, a good performance, but that 7th inning was dicey. But then Justin Slayton and Michael Kopech not having the best stuff. Didn't use Leclerc in this one. I don't know. This was tough. Trevor Stephan gets the win. Michael Kopech picks up the loss. And we head to New York for 2 against the Yankees. Devers thrives here in New York, and we will be facing Clark Schmidt eventually in this series. I kill Clark Schmidt, not even exaggeration, but we are playing the Yankees during the afternoon, so this does frighten me a little bit with that glare, with those shadows that eventually fall upon most parks during these afternoon games in-game. But we shall see what is on our menu for today. Win game 1 by 1 run, 6-5. Lose game 2 by 1 run, 9-8. So I would just love a beatdown of these losers. Just would love that here. It's gonna be Luis Gil going up as the number 3 starter in the rotation for the playoffs. Sharon Duran set to lead us off, and I always love this cinematic, even though it's these clowns. This is just a fun cinematic. Get thumbnails from. Yeah, it is. SDS really stepped up their presentation game in the last couple of years. I'll give them that. Especially now that I make content and get to notice it. It is pretty good presentation-wise. Gil, this postseason, roughed up in his 1 game. 4 runs, 4 earned in 4 innings. 2.25 whip, and already walk, single. Brings up Devers. This would be a great time for him to jump on something, get himself going, and get us going in this game. First pitch is a slider outside. No dice on the swing. Devers, 5-time All-Stars, shows. Trying to be patient against Heel. And there's the circle change. Devers thought was a low fastball. He crushes those. So that low circle change, acting kind of like a splitter. Then misses with a circle change again. So no pitches relatively close to the zone. 2-1 count. Devers has been very patient. Oh, wow. 103 on the hanging slider. He's had like 4 home runs if foul territory didn't exist. Devers has been crushing balls foul. Circle change inside. You got to always be respectful of the heat, especially with, again, like I've said for the 35th time, velocity being what it is. And as a fastball spit on, should have been strike 3. It's going to be ball 4. We'll take it. Bases loaded, no outs for Costas and company. Need at least 2 runs here. In the playoffs, need at least 2 runs. Ground ball. Chisholm dives, gets 1. Throw, pulls the runner, first baseman off the bag. So it's only going to be 1 run. Devers is the one sat down. Great dive by Jazz. Throw, the spin, and Volpe. Would have been close either way, but pulls Guerrero off the bag. We do get our second run thanks to a sacrifice fly. And now a big inning set up so the double play kills it. Jordan Montgomery gets out of a jam there. And now a single from Bregman sets up Devers again against Luis Heel. So we are up 2-0. Good job, Jordan Montgomery, starting in this game, getting out of jams. First pitch swinging, and Devers clears the infield for a single. Glad Guerrero couldn't handle it over there at first base, and Devers puts 2 on for Tristan Casas. 2-2 count for Casas. A fielder's choice. His first time up did result in a run, however. Hitting a smooth .500 this playoff so far. Sneaky trouble play out there, but Jazz is there to put it away. Casas, he goes down without much of a fight. Connor Wong, 37 pitches into the outing, is Heel. Wong sacrifice fly his last time up. This is a grounder, skips off the glove of Guerrero. No throw to first, and bases are loaded again. So a base hit. We've been doing everything, just softly hit. And Brandon Donovan has a great clutch rating. I trust him to do something good here. Just no double plays is all we are asking. Put a run on the board. And this is grounder to Guerrero. What a throw. What a relay back. And Vlad Guerrero, not known for his defense whatsoever, puts on an acrobatics act. Watch this. Fielding it into foul territory. Then off the back foot, throws a strike to Volpe. And then Volpe finally able to do what he couldn't do in that first inning. Throw a nice throw. So credit where credit is due, even to these losers. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Judge gets the Yankees on the board. And this will bring up Devers again for his at-bat in the 5th. Jordan Montgomery pitching well. I'm not going to get mad at anyone for giving up a home run to Aaron Judge. I wouldn't get mad at like peak Pedro or Kershaw or Bob Gibson. So I'm not going to get mad at Jordan fucking Montgomery. 1-0 count. Seal waist pitch high. Fastball that Devers gets a hold of. Chalk it up to another home run. That wasn't. 64 pitches into the outing. Devers misses on the circle change. Was on it. Should have been smashed. You see these ratings. 95 contact, 99 power against right-handed pitching. Devers is as good as a right-handed hitter as you're going to find. Flips the fastball towards the left side this time, a little bit behind, maybe sitting on off speed with 2 strikes on him. Fastball again, this time very late, a very defensive swing towards the end. 2-2 count, looking for the punch out, and another hard hit pitch. This one foul, battle brewing, few pitches in. I think this is the 6th or 7th of the at-bat. Fouls it off again. Slider right under the zone. Beautiful place for it. That was the 8th pitch. So here's pitch number 9. Runs the count full. Devers making Heel work and trying to chase Heel out of this ball game eventually. Devers all of a sudden hitting 300, smacks it to right center field, and over is Spencer Jones playing center field. Everson Pereira playing center field. But either way, a big at bat from Devers. He does make Heel throw like 11 pitches to himself, so we'll take that. Fernando Cruz comes up, gives up runs left and right, walk, double, single. We score 3 in the 6th. Montgomery running out of juice here in the 6th. He gets through it. And now that brings up Devers 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in there as well, batting .273 after a couple of hits on the last couple go-arounds. Did Devers hold up? No, he did not. I thought he did. You'll see on the swing decision here in the corner, it looks like he did. And this kind of just throws the whole at-bat out of whack. Got to just be better at it's the first pitch of the at-bat. And now with the sun, hard to see that slider. Would have been on it, but it's at his shoe tips, and then really no hope as that one gets away. Wells, again, trouble blocking. Runners move up. Wild pitch, 2 in scoring position. Devers trying to come through here late in this game and does get the fastball inside, punches it to right center field, deep center field. That will score another one. So Devers, the at-bat looked dead in the water, but professional makes that at-bat something. And something we did get as Devers drives in a run. Whitlock comes in, a double, but then 3 straight outs. Anthony, a solo shot. He's 3 for 4. He's looking really good. Whitlock gets to another inning. And Ronel Blanco hits Bregman, sets up Devers. Devers top 9. We have this one pretty much in the bag. Would like to still add on if we can. Ronel Blanco, famous for throwing a no-hitter early a couple of seasons ago with the Houston Astros after barely missing out on making the team. I think a teammate had a birth of a baby. I think that's what it was. And then obviously Verlander was gone for most of the year, so Blanco made the team and then threw a no-hitter very early on. So shout out him. 2-0 the count. Blanco gives up a single to Devers. 2 singles through the right side, and Devers is on. So another base hit on a really good day here in the Bronx for Rafael Devers. Tristan Casas trying to push the needle even further. And he draws a walk. Connor Wong, already a single in this one, a sacrifice fly as well. 3-0 count. Can he drive in a run? And he will with a patient eye. 8-0. We officially crossed the point of no return. The point of no return. 3-2 count on Brendan Donovan, hitting a smooth 1-hundo for the playoffs so far. And another double play ball that Chisholm, actually not double play ball. Chisholm does get to it. The run does score, and it is 9-1. Red Sox add on. Whitlock single walk. We bring in Zach Kelly. And nothing doing as the Yankees fall 9-1 here in game number 3. All we gotta do is one more. That's it. One more. Can we do it? In the Bronx, Tanner Houck going for us. Some other weirdo going for them. All we need is one. Jordan Montgomery, 6 strong innings, 3 Ks, just 1 earned run, 4 hits, 1 walk. Heel, 2 earned runs. He was great. It was that blow up by the bullpen for the Yankees. And we pick up the victory. Love to see it. Up 2-1 in the series. And again, just one more. One more is all we needed here in the Bronx. What we need. Just end this series, end their misery, end their pain, do whatever. Here we are in Game 4 in New York. Got the towels out. It's a night game. ALDS, Boston, New York. We hold the 2-1 lead against the Yankees. Yankees trying to claw back and push this one back to Fenway Park. We don't want to go back home until next week when we face off against whoever in the American League Championship Series. First 2 games, 1-run games. Next game, we killed them. We've thrown up at least 6 runs in each game, back-to-back games. I think total in the series, what? At 17 plus 6 is 23 runs through 3 games. You will absolutely take that. Just under 8 runs a game where we've been scoring. It's Houck and the fellas taking on who? Oh, it's Clark Schmidt! It's Clark Schmidt! Finally! Devers book it. 2 home runs at least tonight by the 5th inning. He loves facing off against Clark Schmidt. I love facing off against Clark Schmidt. Schmidt, 1 game started, went 7 strong innings. Got to give him credit where credit is due. 6 strikeouts and 2 earned runs. Equates to a 2.57 ERA through 7. So he was pretty spectacular in their first round matchup. Single, then double play, a race to the base runner. And here it is, what you've all been waiting for. Devers against Schmidt. Devers batting .333. And first pitch swinging on the sinker in the zone. Strike 1. Yeah, this is the numbers. 12 for 35 with 4 home runs, that said? Yeah, he likes himself, Clark Schmidt. I know I've hit at least 2 of those home runs myself in this series. 1-1 count. There it is. That was the home run pitch. We timed it up well. Just didn't get the results, I guess. The game hates me. Fine. It's whatever. I won't get this game a Christmas present. And it's a knuckle curve that gets Devers, so he's down on strikes. So, all right. Clark Schmidt coming back and battling. You got to appreciate it. And let's see what the Yankees do against Tanner Houck. 3.84 ERA for him. Ended up having a very good end of the season. Walk, fielder's choice, strikeout, single, walk, bases loaded, gets a ground out. So, Houck getting out of a jam here. And I tried to do something crazy, or I tried to make it so like everything went a little bit slower so we could see what's going on and kind of set up some moments. So we saw that 1 pitch. And then I was out of there. Single, double, single, fly out. It's 2-0, just like that. Schmidt working real well. Houck getting hit around a bit. Already 6 hits for the Yankees through as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning, or the top of the 4th inning, excuse me. And Devers, runner on first base, trying to avenge the strikeout Schmidt got on him early on. Bregman after a single. And it's going to be a tailor-made double play ball. Over to Volpe for 1. Guerrero sits down Devers, and they get out of the inning. So the offense that we've seen put up a whole bunch of runs in this series. Squandering opportunities, only 1 hit so far. Out, a walk, a fly out, a throw out, trying to steal second base. And he's starting to settle in here. Bases loaded, and a double play by Bregman gets them out of the jam. Brock Burke came in, and Clark Schmidt still working. Here are the lines for the pitchers. 4 walks from Schmidt, 3 for Houck. Houck's also given up 7 hits. Clark just the 1. So that's the big difference. Also, Clark working very efficiently, despite those 4 walks in the 7th. Devers just pressing a little bit too hard. 2 home runs for Devers against Schmidt, not 4. I think I've hit both of them. That came in the Yankees Player Lock series we did, which I still think is the best episode of the series. Go check that out. I think episode 6 or so. Devers finally gets a hold on the hanging sweeper. Cannot keep it fair. And story of Devers' life lately is just hitting balls very hard and foul. Sinker low, he spits on. Good for Devers. 0-2 count. And Schmidt can't blow the cutter by him. Devers can't capitalize on the mistake. And then the sweeper down by the shins gets Devers. And that's the third strikeout of the day for Schmidt. Second on Devers. And just watch this pitch. This was filthy. It's in the zone, in the zone, in the zone, out of the zone, just like that. 21-20 spin rate is pretty good. 6 inches of break, which I don't know how they calculate the break in this game. It's probably more like 18 inches of break, but whatever. Finally get a run on the board. Roman Anthony a double. He's been killing it. He's been crazy. And now we have a tie ball game. Just like that. With how bad our offense has been for the most part, we've also done a really good job on the pitching side of things. Houck gave us exactly what we need. The bullpen has not been disappointing here. As Devers thought he had another really good pitch to hit. Like the swing decisions and the swing layouts have been good, just not getting the results that you would think when you're timing up pitches and have the stats that Devers has. Just not, I don't know, game just hating on us. Devers takes a fastball at the knees for strike 2. And then Devers, 1-2 count. Pops it up. Good another good swing result. You just didn't get the actual result. And 2 down in the 9th. We're going to squander this opportunity. Looks like we just might. And Justin Slayton comes on. First pitch, home run. And the Yankees walk it off. Austin Wells. We got Game 5. ALDS. Winner take all. We will be playing the full game here. As it's Garrett Crochet, Max Fried. The same offseason a couple years ago, the Red Sox and Yankees went out and got an ace lefty. Max Fried turned down, I think, better money from the Red Sox to go to the Yankees. Did not forget that. That is not lost on us at all. We've been alternating wins and losses. The Yankees doing it in dramatic fashion. We've gotten the job done in regulation for the most part. Crochet looking for a much better start than he had in Game 1. And Fried trying to go up there and shove. Yankees, Red Sox, winner takes all, and winner goes to the American League Championship Series. Another chapter in this historic rivalry will be written right now. What side are you on? What outcome will unfold in front of our eyes? Here it is. Garrett Crochet, that first start, 5 innings, few earned runs, good for a 7.20 ERA, 6 strikeouts. Need better. And let me tell you, oh boy, was he better. First pitch of the game goes to Jazz Chisholm. It was a scary sight. Cutter comes in. Chisholm flicks it out. Duran up against the wall, making the catch in front of that green monster. Out number 1. Jazz Chisholm put a strike into that one. But this is what helps me. Strike out Aaron Judge, and I just knew we're going to be all right tonight. We're going to be all right tonight. Got a little scary, but you went out and got Judge. And that sets up our offense to do some damage against Max Fried, which seems like an oxymoron. Damage against Max Fried, either way. He had a very similar stat line to Crochet, but just spread over 2 games in 10 innings. Not striking out anybody, just 4 strikeouts to this point, and picks one up here. Duran had a walk in the bag, but just swung at it, and that's my fault. Hand up. That's on me. It's on Cody. And then Devers, 0-2 count. 10th pitch of the inning is a slow curve that Devers just out in front of. Just couldn't stay back on it. And 2 strikeouts for Fried. Had 4 coming into play today through 10 innings, as 2 through the first 3 batters he faces here in Game 5. Crochet against Vladdy. Sit the fuck down. Fastball, paint, top of the zone. Backwards K. back-to-back strikeouts for him. Austin Wells, 0-2 count. Casas is there, gets the chopper. Another clean inning for Crochet. 6 up, 6 down. Boston bats, ready to go. It is Brendan Donovan here in the third inning, and that is a sharply hit ball off of the ankle of Max Fried, who picks it up and fires not in time, and trainers are out, and so is Max Fried. Likely isn't broken, still in a good deal of pain off of the shin. Be removed from the game and evaluated after. So now Clayton Beater is going to come in. Got one out in one of these games. One strikeout was all he needed, but a guy who hasn't pitched in the major leagues in a bit, but is on the roster here. So Don Rafaela at first base, a strikeout of Roman Anthony, but Rafaela does steal second base, so that is a good sign. Then Jaron Duran. Hanging slider, you hang it, he bangs it right field, going back. This will not get out, but it also won't hop over the wall, which means the angry lizard is looking for third, and he will be there in time. And we score the first run of the ball game on a Jaron Duran triple in the third inning. Rodolfo Castro fired up. Doesn't want to look, I guess. Had his eyes closed the whole time. But Duran lays into this one well over the head of Judge. And that bounce right there hits off the top of the wall, keeps in the ballpark, and lets him scoot all the way over to third base. Throw even comes home. They were that scared of him. So we will take it. 0-1 count. And Bregman the other way, ranging over his Judge, and puts the glove up, makes the catch in that short corner there. But Jaron Duran, a electric start to his day, picks up the triple, and it's 1-0 Sox as we end the third inning. Top four, and it is Jazz Chisholm. He'll take a 4-pitch walk in the first base runner of the day for the Yankees. So there goes the perfect game for those thinking that we were going to throw a perfect game, because I alluded that he had a very, very, very good day. It is a line-out double play on Judge. Unfortunate for them. Very fortunate for us. And we got that inning unscathed. Later on in the fourth inning, Connor Wong, he flicks us the other way. This is going to get over the head of Jazz Chisholm. And now we got runners on first and second. It was Rodolfo Castro, I believe, singled earlier on. And it's funny, in this game, started off against the lefties, and he actually had a lot of success against the righties in this one. And flip over, Brendan Donovan ends the inning as Chisholm makes the catch. And Clayton Beater doing enough, giving up a couple of hits, but doing just enough to keep the Yankees in this one, and that's all they're asking at this point. That is flicked on and missed as a great strikeout. The fifth of Crochet's day in the fifth. Stanton, you go down on the high heat. Another strikeout back-to-back against Stanton, his sixth. And then Austin Wells, not a strikeout, but an out. So it goes 4-5-6 in the fifth inning and gets them out. Strikeout, fly out. And look at the scoreboard in the bottom corner. Pretty good day. Rodolfo Castro, 1 for 2 today. Make it 2 for 3. He goes up the middle. Casas with his -8 speed. Lucky to get to second base. But he is in there, and now we have the table set for Connor Wong this time. He spent his entire major league career with the Boston Red Sox. Originally drafted and traded from the Dodgers, as he goes down looking at a nice four-seamer at the shins. All right, Aaron Judge in the top of the seventh inning. He goes down. Garrett Crochet, have yourself an outing. 7 shutout innings so far with almost double-digit strikeouts. And look at that corner. Just 1 walk given up. 1 base runner given up. And unfortunately, the no-hitter is dead in the 8th. Having Roy Halladay flashbacks, having Framber Valdez flashbacks. But unfortunately, Garrett Crochet loses the no-hit bid. 7 1/3. Super, super strong innings. We do see a pinch runner. We do get the next out. But then Oswaldo Cabrera, he puts one into right field. 2 on now.
And I think we're going to go get Crochet. With 1 out left to get in the 8th, we are going to bring in Michael Kopech to finish it off. But what a performance. One of the best performances a Red Sox pitcher has had in recent memory. I mean, this brings back like Nate Eovaldi type stuff. John Lester type stuff from our good friend Crochet. And now we're going to ask Kopech, can you get 4 outs? Can you do it? Would love for him to do it. I'm going to spoil it. Here's 1. Strikeout. Goodbye. 8th inning over. And we hold on to a slim 1-run lead. Again, you forget, we only scored 1 run on this. And for all the fireworks we saw in the first 3 games, the last 2 have been very, very down to the wire, very crunchy postseason type games. And Kopech coming out with some of the filthiest stuff in all the major leagues out of the bullpen. Rafael Devers hits it high and deep, but the launch angle at 41 degrees did not do us any favors. Literally 35 and under, that's a home run. But it pops out to the deep October sky. And here it is. Kopech. 1 gone. Another slider well outside the zone. Oswald Peraza. What a fucking loser. Oswald Peraza. Look at that cinematic shot. That was super good. And I'm so glad it's him because he thorn in my ass. Chisholm, the 1-2 count. And he flicks this one behind the bag. Casher ranges over. 2 outs. And now we got Anthony Volpe. Don't want to get to Judge. 2-2 count. Volpe. Swing and a miss. And the Red Sox are going to the championship series for the 2nd time in 5 years. We're going to the ALCS. We beat the Yankees on our road to get there. And the boys are celebrating. Fenway is rocking. This is exactly what we envisioned when we took over. Let's see who's next as we punch our ticket to the ALCS. We've done it. We slayed the Yankees in the playoffs. I mentioned before, there's nothing better than beating the Yankees in the playoffs. There's also nothing worse I could think of than losing to the Yankees in the playoffs. I'm so glad we don't even have to live in that latter reality. But the former is true. We do beat the Yankees, and we will be taking on the Seattle Mariners in the American League Championship Series. And very fitting that when we started going on this run, the first game where we began against the Mariners. Now we are facing the Mariners in the ALCS. 2 games, there are 2 days. We got George Kirby, Sandy Alcantara, and we will go from there. Let me know how you like that playoff series. Let me know how you like that format. It's something new that I'm trying. So definitely let me know. Let's check out the rest of the league. Seattle took care of Texas easy peasy. We took a while for the Yankees back and forth in a 1-0 victory where Crochet almost throws a no-hitter. And that's what got us the job in game number 5. The upset in the bracket, Arizona loses to the Mets. Milwaukee beats Pittsburgh. Milwaukee then sweeps Atlanta. The Brewers yet to lose a playoff game. And the Dodgers and the Mets go toe-to-toe to the end. The Dodgers pick up the win in game 5. And it's the Dodgers versus Milwaukee. Us versus Seattle. 3/4 of the 2018 CS. So we will break down the Mariners and show that series next time. If you are excited, please leave a like. Again, let me know how you like that series, the player lock format, kind of showing every pitch. I think that's what I'm going to do. Again, I haven't quite edited it yet, but I believe I'm going to show every pitch and then obviously show it what every step of the way. Justin Slayton stopped giving up home runs and beat the Yankees on the ALCS, and this team is finally performing the way we believed they